Joseph Varian. Then Reverend Varian will be next, followed by Barbara McKinney.
Structural racism is a form of state violence. And to prove or to demonstrate structural racism, all you have to do is show racial disparity or disproportionality. Across the board, as detailed in the Race to Equity report and a number of other reports, including Madison Police Department's release report of the last year, not 2014 or 2013, there is racial disparities and disproportionality when it comes to policing. Therefore, there is structural racism in policing. Therefore, there is state violence happening by the police. And so we are not surprised that Tony Robinson was murdered. When the same state violence, the same structural racism where the Madison Police Department would incarcerate a population 11 to 1 is the same structural racism, is the same state violence that could murder an unarmed child. We are not surprised, and it is shame on Madison. Now, how did we get here? We didn't get here overnight. And in fact, we've come full circle in a number of ways. I remember testifying in front of the same board around a number of similar issues impacting the black community, and everyone turned away and said things like, we're progressive, or we're not Ferguson, and we're better. And in fact, I remember having even personal conversations with some of you in this room about racism, about structural violence, and the same thing. We're better, we're different, we didn't mean it. But guess what? This city killed a kid, and it's on your hands too. This city killed a kid, and it's on everybody's hands. Tony Robinson didn't happen overnight. When people turn a blind eye to the voiceless, when people turn a blind eye to what the black community has been saying, that we're being over-policed, that we're being unfairly policed, that we're being harassed, that they're putting more violence onto us, when we've been saying it and people turn a blind eye, it's on you that Tony Robinson was murdered. It's on the police, but it's also on you in this room. It's on everybody in here. And you have a group of people who are hurt and who are angry and who are going to take to the streets, because sitting here talking to you ain't changing it. Because sitting here talking to people where we spend time and we create and we're intentional about reaching out to people and developing solutions, like the police chief is saying these are the issues of being mocked at and being laughed at while we're being killed. I understand you may be uncomfortable in a conversation, but let me ask you, when's the last time your kid been killed? When's the last time somebody like you has been gunned down for no reason? When's the last time Eric Garner looks like you or your brother? When? When's the last time you can point to Emmett Till in your history? When? We are sick and tired of having these conversations while we're being killed, while we're being locked up, while we're inflicted in poverty. We are sick and tired of having these conversations where people pretend to understand and try to say, oh, Emmett, it'll be okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay that a child has been killed and you all in this room are responsible for it. I don't want another email about can we have coffee unless you're prepared to do something different. And DeMar, this happened. The child that got killed was in your district. So when you turned a blind eye to us, when we told you about the police, that's on you too.
Thank you. Reverend Joseph Varian, Barbara McKinney,